Yes, good morning and hello Vanuatu. Morning all good people of Vanuatu all staff of Vanuatu, all staff overseas and all staff joining me bagan lo session here we number 3 episode long historian government hemi historian with you session where me one session where he start with them all respected directors general blue email all ministries. Nemblomi Jean-Pierre Niroy, the Vice Chancellor of the National University of Vanuatu, Mr. Paulson moderator. And just to give you one brief, Dr. Nomos got 2 sessions finished. Today, number 3, and me got with me by to introduce him to after. To Director General, Atafairua from Ministry of Justice and Community Services and Acting Director General Henry Warwick, where he represents Ministry of MIPU, Ministry of Infrastructure. So before me ask him to introduce him to again, we want to welcome you. We stop follow me, especially for all viewers, whether you stop in country or if you stop overseas. If you got opportunity, historian intervene, ask him question or make him comment below you at time where you feel like ask him some question online below. You historian lehem. Thank you too much. Yes, thank you. Welcome back again to episode 3 of Government Historian with you man Vanuatu, woman Vanuatu, you could follow people of Vanuatu. Me got privilege to look with them Milo morning, lo time Director General, two Directors General. In fact, by me no reintroduce him to follow, by me ask him to follow, to introduce him to follow Yumi.
Thank you, Thomas, moderator, and thank you, Blo Yumi Service Town Detail Government Historian with them people. Name me Atafairua, Mr. Paulson, Director General of Ministry of Justice and Community Services. Previously, me been Mr. Paulson, Director General of Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources. Ministry of Justice and Sector me one area where me been staff since 2009 ni come. And Minister of Justice where me serve him naya where me Honorable Minister Chop and he me the 7th Minister of Justice probably me serve under so me one privilege for me have a share with them you law this for the social media platform that they long all get a story and blame me. Thank you, Thomas.
Thank you, Thomas, Director General. By me ask him law next DG we introduce you please.
Good morning, name me Henry Warwick. Me actually the director for Ports and Harbours. Currently me serve as acting DG for MIPU and me one good opportunity. You may come talk government historian with them people. And then not only that, at least me will have a tell them what is happen, what are the actual plans, what in progress plan so far. And what I'm now, you may look more, especially for respond to any questions we come.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lodis, for the opportunity.
Thank you for setting scene also me now. Yes, today every time historian, with the more people play me Vanuatu. And I think I planted something. You must take something also me positive mindset, with a positive mindset. Must admit him, say government, he make him plant something. Unfortunately, culture, really culture play me inherit some fashion way. Me very easy play me blow social media blow tell him no good or something. You may never admit him good for something where government is start making or people is start making. So opportunity me blow me exchange one positive with one positive mindset. Plug acknowledge him first time say government him make him plant something. But problem say plant the time people in nowhere. No one government start making. One of the recent, you got a lot of things happen. Was mitalem lo parliament last time you talk about lo amend them. I think Public Service Act. And time we talk about decentralization, you find them out. Say you got some aspect of decentralization act. We not talk together with them Public Service Act. One of the aspect here, for example, my position for Secretary General, power we have cut. With them planning, more budgeting cycle, we have different plus central government, and you make them say sometimes you got perceived inconsistency. So, I mean some broader discussion, but more recently too, you miss the government have put them on 100 days plan, and meeting say timeline 100 days here, me pass, not the first 3 months. Me want to ask me to no most possibly say give some brief update no more. The respective ministries play itu vola. What them now some key points below 100-day plan where you have been put in place, and then when them now level just outline them. You don't need to go through every one or two where you let say you move on with them. More hemi relate to lo idea of strengthening decentralization structure me strengthening.
Okay, thank you lo Yumi Kikim of Storiania. With them Yumi long Ministry of Long Justice, Youth, Community Services when I sports and youth to him become part of him since February. Lo 100-day plan where government have been put them out. Ikat let's say long look where he start long 100 plan. Ikat 3 areas where you me long Ministry of Long Justice, you me responsible long him. One now hemi belong you me completing some commissions of inquiries where only been talem belong you me carry out long area belong citizenship investment program and all those citizenship and passport programs, and that one hemi completed. A second part of the 100-day plan was to do with the transition of the new portfolio, so to speak, where youth and sports have been staffed first time long one own a respective ministry plohem, and you me looking government hemi decide lo hemi dissolve him that ministry and hemi disseminate them all portfolios so call lo all nara ministry. So you me the Ministry of Justice, you me adopt them portfolio for youth and sports, and that one too have been carried out good and have been taken place since February. You may make them all transition, you may take them on board all new portfolio, and you may have all belong service starting process plus set them to all new policies and strategies plus that fala new also naya you may got him youth and sport and become part of yes. And I think the third one in relation to 100-day plan was around recovery, and mainly also Yumi Savelo Port Villa, Luganville with them Tana Yumi Cattle Prison House, or Yumi calling themselves Correctional Center, and Yumi need plo Yumi putum back good all correctional center from earthquake in Tamitim. So you may stop naya plo, you may relocate them all detainee or call all safe place. So you suppose you pass lo start by you looking time you go lo watching football, suppose you look cam lo side lo you may by you look one new villa building is that kirap naya. That will be a new what we call a new prison hospital. So in the past all detainee pali kolo hospital block treatment, but naya by you may putum one hospital inside long prison house. More same time too, have one remand center or one detainee or detainee too. So that's in brief the 3 kind of key areas we had to do in the 100-day plan.
Thank you too much. Thank you too much, Director General Ministry of Justice with them community services. Lo side lo yumi lo mipu mi service mi one big full heavy portfolio. Cat plant something, but was he just summarize them some key something we start lo 100-day plan where you manage flow work them or deliver.
Yes, thank you. Lo 100-day plan main people I think blow me basically all ongoing projects. You may also look in recovery, blow earthquake, and Narvla one may all bottlenecks. You may look in long queue blow vehicles morning, afternoon. So blow me later work with them Ministry of Lands or with them Port Vila City Council. Blow you may find them look him, scope him, find him cost plan, and then give him come back to government. At least you must have open them up all bottlenecks such as USP roundabout, Molnarla places, so you can have direct link. We go low, all way places where you want them call him. So, the main ones when we will come out with them now, and you may come out, you may find them, you may make them scoping. Not only that, time for recovery, you may involve big one. With them assistance for Y4D, which is Vanuatu Australia Infrastructure for Development, and also through JICA, we'll send them all technical team, make a system team, MIPU, make an assessment, every buildings within the CBD or all other government buildings surrounding, make them conduct them assessments, and then whether decide whether him is safe for reoccupancy or by go towards demolition. So you may work with them internal affairs, with them Port Vila City Council, work together. So it has been an effort from all ministries. We work together towards at least ensure contribution by everyone, all ministries come towards main objective when we've been calling them.
I think people only should appreciate more. Tell them thank you, Yuvala. Me pu with them every narula ministry or services we really help lo. Itru support you love beautiful capital blue me stable one stage who me really no good. But very, very quickly you will intervene, you will mobilize. Ni me look a lot of demolition work mistako. You savait to summarize him you mean almost say now you got Hamas building everyone we start plan the list for demolition. You will achieve Hamas finish, Hamas city staff from Miluk so list up work lo some building yet because so immediately finish just for the general interest of the public.
The first one so you maybe make them off the top of it, but I mean no remember them exactly. But we started off with Malapa College. No building one dormitories. Then you may come out. The second one was opposite Chantilly's.
Yes.
The first one, then Chantilly's. Then come the biggest one. So, end of the day, we had safety, people too. While even got frustration straight after earthquake as to why now road close. Maybe have been close for them powers, maybe like that. Specifically, safety, and at least you must have to say one of them now I'm involved. If one of them safety pedestrians, safety vehicles, safety users, buildings. So maybe I block them up and then maybe let's go through each one and we take most efforts, every engineer, including JICA, look at the Japanese, look at the Australians, Chinese, and our Vanuatu team. You mean involve them, look at the engineers, PWD, and also you may engage in more private contractors within local expertise, like work together. Only go, you take them time, go inside every building from top to bottom, go through and you may take them safety, get to first place whether only assessment may be safe, go inside. So you may target them every list there, you may identify Molgata, and then based on that, and then owner to him look, and obviously all get buildings where you got insurance. Insurance and me directly tell him say no you may. So that made it a lot more faster. Him way no got insurance now only so slow take him time start liaise. One would be the example Melitco building.
Yes.
Melitco building we stop work so slow the ex-finance building. Him not insured. Also Zaifeng store, next to opposite Linping. Look, walk is up courses low, or get I want to make progress low, or level block at least supposed to be safe. And before you make him, you may go through urgency blame. The process that we did, you may been prepare one paper, go through one paper, you may submit me go to National Recovery Committee. Blow assist him, you may, because we did not have the expertise in Vanuatu. So you may thankful, say, one local company, which is Pierre Bruni Construction, have me engage my partner joint venture with them Ward. Now Ward Demolition have me one company where have me help pick one low efforts low earthquake low Christchurch. And so because we did not have the expertise, more all high-rise buildings, one quick something when we make them, we sought assistance through the NRC and the government, go Council of Ministers approve them. We chartered one vessel, Loplesia, they go all the way to Auckland, bring him more specialist equipment, they come. And he make him say, when we had those specialist equipment, eventually all high-rise buildings were brought down within 7 days, 5 days, and so on. It was done in a manner where we safe and log tracking blow get a debris and we done at night. And but prior to that, only give him methodology blow one and up progress with Bali make it and blow. Then me play was his PWD and me look through the methodology plan. Then the demolition plans plan, and as soon as we have me approved, we also go down to Port Vila City Council, being the governance of Port Vila City. He go down Port Vila City Council to him, we give him endorsement for him, and then based there, work is start, and it was given a certain time frame. So the faster we wanted the town to open, but we want also do it one safer way. So you make a Narvla building number just in those in town. You look low, just next to digital office in town. That's being cleared at the moment, ready for demolition. The other one is just next to Chew Store.
Yes.
The old building next to it.
Yes, okay.
And the story building, yellow one behind Chew Store. And VNPF.
Yes.
So major ones, you know, we by only still stop taking up you me. And eventually, with the more programs we Port Vila City Council through law, Ministry of Law, Department of Law and Ministry of Internal Affairs is that taking law, new development come out. We have continuous meeting. We have been part of that, and we support where you go.
Thank you, Thomas. I think on behalf of public, you must acknowledge more if you make them. Yes, you make them plan the work and now we are town make accessible. Traffic through me one issue, but you will manage them and you may find a way blame. One of the important area where you may start talk about to the public service and every government machinery start talk about me plus strengthen them work me law provinces through law decentralization strategies blue me. Me understand say every ministry, including ministries blue law, only got representatives, only got offices blue got all provinces. How now if we look development blue me lo rural area, lo respective positions so if we establish have where you stop happen now here, you stop all development start on now here. Or how now if we think say we have help to improve them, speed them up. Development lo respective areas. We have say most especially infrastructure now here every island only want them good for the road, everyone want them road, you want them culture road. Maintenance me want some new by me maybe by me no have time to talk about. Lo side lo justice yes you will tweak at all offices you will. Later try brief me no more lo when all activity was to happen now all provinces more. How now if we look to the future, because all DGs, you advise us, all ministers. Whatever policy formulation or by couple of ministers, now. When him now you believe la perspective believe la, we strengthen him, speed him up development all provinces believe me. We got less traffic congestion in town, but you mean decentralize him, make him some traffic, create a more economic hub. So when him low islands all provinces believe me, blow make him say every burden blow traffic or blow one him, you know happen to one place no more. Sorry, me take me also one example. But
maybe me go first time. My colleague TG and me come flasem lo and before I want to comment on that opportunity to talk about me want to link him number one to talk where colleague Jamie talk about Port Vila after the earthquake because in Vanuatu when we went through COVID, we went through the twin cyclone, and then now we're going through the earthquake. One way you may realize in Vanuatu is that a lot of the things that we have been doing in the last 40 years is outdated.
Yes.
And these disasters only giving me one opportunity, either you may learn or you buy you may fast. And urban planning and urbanization, me want something where meetings me must be sent along. Government policies from now on. Planning is very important.
Yes.
How we plan cities, how we plan towns, how we plan subdivisions and all these things. Yeah? So, we discussion. But coming back to your point, so I'm say, first of all, you mean want them all viewers and all public will stop. Importantly, you mean clear and first time say decentralization. Hemi one model long governance from Yumi Lovanoto Yumi special little bit because Yumi actually got one legislation for decentralization in 1993 when the government of Vanuatu in that time decided to go into that. So Yumi say Yumi putum say decentralization by Yumi come one model long governance play Yumi. But one model long governance, he also need him 3 or 4 key something. One model long government, he need him resource. One model long government, he need him systems. One model long government, he need him some laws. One model long government, he need him key policies and planning long support them all pillars from one governance model, he must have a work him once ever. Me lo ting me too me been subtalem in the past about now one nara talk ko sa may talem sa ting hemi twin no hemi sister lo talk decentralization me start talk about provincialization from say decentralization hemi also lo talem say you me start lo villa ale you me make him say you me make him say one em we hemi start lo villa pa hemi move equal way but provincialization hemi lo talem say one em all got only cat finish long tafea let him only make him let him only grow him only so he coming to the Ministry of Justice me later and make him say example with them governance blow you me long Malvatumori with them all chiefs you meet them say all chiefs will stop long on island you will lay make them walk play fala all land tribunal will stop long on island you will lay coit make them all boundary long all crown all disability and pikinini and women will stop long all different places form a all provincial youth council go ahead no more and so on so you be trying to make them say one way start finish long all provinces you empower them no more you me give them all that thing say you can be part of that of course one challenge play me we have annual budgets and so while annual budgets are good it's only 12 months ting tu should stop na me say whether you should cut some budgeting where me more than 12 months so that you give him time you have a plot something will happen maybe one time thank you to the Ministry of Finance in the last 3, 4, 5 years where only make them say you make out all financial services bureau only set up long all province because you may need to have a run them all procurement long all province one officer you want them long purchase them one wheel long truck go ahead you shall make them long island no need long come back to Villa and then this back and forth emails where some viewers only talk about email so I think just to summarize very quickly one we need to focus on what type of governance model we want to do. We need to shift resources to the provinces. We need to shift our policy focus to the province. But also, you need to understand them say, one we cut long all the provinces you mean empower. You mean even to make them part live like no wait long government or suppose government is having make them one part, you like make them another half plan. After all, you mean measure them together now. I mean one thing.
Thank you, Thomas. You mean Mipu? Yes, for every place, every provinces, Mipu and missed up. Mipu got plan their work, but when them view blow you low future, more with them team blow strengthen them one good term or word to hem use strengthen them decentralization or strengthen them provincialization. Lo make him say all provinces only be seen to be not only to become performing, but to the extent of become a bit more autonomous. At the moment, only needing resources we start the central government. At plenty of opportunities, potential we start low way. On them view blow you side blow.
Okay, thank you. Mipu he got 3 departments under law ministry. Biggest one public works. Second to that ports and harbors. And then civil aviation department, which is playing one regulatory role. Public works also based local provinces for the past few years and obviously you'll get a part of provincial government council through the tech and so one of you make them is because of their part of tech. Then whatever plans will you make them, especially for infrastructure, then every year, or you got twice a year, every divisional managers with them all divisional engineers, the public works department, or come PWD. It's done around the provinces, not only no come only so, and then Hemena only work them out plan for next year. And so the business plan we have done up and actually started from the provinces. So provincial government and play big role to identify that every place. So head office in Megam. And obviously in Naya any small procurement that's still being done done by all the provinces. Now the budgeting also head office in Megam place. Then from there you identify as also the challenge that we have is the 6 provinces is stopped prior to independence finish.
Yes.
Now that size of cake, still the same cake, but the slices are becoming much more smaller, and the population is growing bigger, and at the same time you may decide to make one new road you go here. The challenge would be when a funding plan. So anything you may want to make them, you may think about what's the return of investment plan. It could be directly, could be indirectly through access flow, all gardens, custom gardens more. Again, as far as the decentralization you go, more businesses already set up and locals already start to come up, and so this maybe locals say that is also indirectly a return of investment, obviously through the local small businesses. All major procurement have been done in Plesia, in Port Villa, unfortunately. Reason being, you may follow them tender process. So any works on island have been identified, start tag finish, you come through the head office, business plans, and then you identify them. Now, the portion, for example, time you compare Tana to Torba. The population of Tana, with them the number of roads, by that same piece cake here, that portion portion cannot go to Torba because number of roads are small the population. So he got various projects. But you be thankful say he got passed, he got to feed the road when you give him. And also he got assistance from Y4D, which is Australian government funded. And also you may change him the mentality blame gravel roads, because let me give an example. You may spend them between 9 million to 25 million or so. You gravel them on road no more, only to be damaged the next rains.
Yes.
And so that means we have invested via feeder roads. We have invested some 11 billion feeder roads that only washed away the next rains. And so you may want them change them. You may change them. Let's build and build roads, seal. You seal either through the fiber reinforced cement or tar seal. Now, fiber reinforced cement may most expensive, but it may last for ages. As compared to tar seal road, theoretically, it may 7 years. But given say now you got extreme weather patterns, it may increase. Increase in traffic, increase in weight for traffic. That's 7 years way theoretically should last. It may come down to 3. And eventually say we must have repair the same road instead of you be building all new ones. So that is all procurement happen in town, Port Vila. Ports and harbors, you got all ports of entries. Ports is reviewing structures that would public service finish for approval, because they all get a base normal Port Vila and Luganville. But what the one animals are making now, probably go each province. Probably move out now. Only start them for them group team theme decentralization, and you go out there. Reason being to send someone out there, for example, one island may improve. You need one port, or you need one port by one landing, but it has to be safe. So therefore, you need hydrographic survey done within that area. Then you need to put all marine aids to navigation, which is all light towers, similar to one Misabe looking inside Lohaba, green and red lights, male traffic lights plus water. And also by those of you may live low town, you may look low Prime Minister's office. You got one orange triangle. One is up here, another one on top of the joint court. And hemi blow lead him. Every ship will come inside Lohaba, only steer him, only tell him say you must put him triangle, blow joint court, is it down straight above the triangle of Prime Minister's office. And right under the hemi, you got all lights. And hemi and I lead him. Time you go out, of course, by looking change color from white to color red. So hemi keeping you safe. So when we want to decentralize, you may move, you go outside. We got full of all passes around all islands, Vanuatu, where hydrographic survey not done yet, and you don't need them lights yet. So you may want them one safer seas, safer oceans, and blow one business and me sabe thinking blow movie come to place and me want them sabe say, passes safe or no? How can I do that? And then from there, passes may lead to roads will lead to a community and to the gardens. So by the two animal by cat, but low civil aviation, because it's a regulator, hemi stop within the Port Vila no, but public works and yes.
Thank you too much.
Ports.
When we start to talk, we got one question. We have been come morning, we come yesterday. How can we ensure that each province has got all essential infrastructure? You also have reliable roads, ports, energy, digital connectivity. We need them to unlock local economic potential, to attract them serious investors, knowing that poor infrastructure will directly limit business growth, market access, and investor confidence. but strategic planning mechanisms, public-private partnership, or decentralized funding models can be used to ensure that no province is left behind in infrastructure development. And how do we align this with local priorities to create a real sustainable economic impact? Kami kam lo Chris Ja. So mina sabes pos you want them make one comment very inclusive.
This morning our discussion is interesting because we're looking at how we can make it out there. How now you make them say decentralization and we deliver a multiple results where people only want them, and that's that struggle belong. Colleague Tichi with them roads and infrastructure is that only give him budget long him, blow him you make him. But how much him is make him it depend too low. Yeah. But I want to take a little example about roads, for example. And roads is actually important for our ministry and their ministry. If I can give you an example of them, because you see, we will look at them all pikirini, all mama with them all disability. One road I mean very important law one pikirini, because by me travel go along school morning, by come back to school safely. One mama have me need him road from by me go along market or have me go along bank or something. So while you me take a road or some one normal something, be livelihood the plan there, you me all people only really depend on roads, yeah. And if we take it to the question that one member blew you me along social media had me giving me come, I think to simply try and address the question, I mean, firstly, we need good data. I think data and information is important for engineers, because engineers can draw and design roads. That's their talent. But to really make one road, you need to say where place now. By me put road yalem, how much kilometer more by you need one kind type of drainage. Or by me connect them Hamas villages. Yeah. So information with them data is important. Now something about infrastructure look for me in terms of how to make it happen is that you make at one system of another where you been born with them independence is we had this model where government was responsible for everything. I give the example of electricity and water. Government now so then you may give him concessionaire law. UNELCO, say, you make them on behalf of the government. Roads. I think what we need to try and do to help this whole idea of infrastructure is how can we offload some of that responsibility to the provincial government and tell them provincial government, how about you with them some budget, you make them some for the roads where it start no more or some more feeder roads. And then you mean no more put on pressure on government budget. You mean focus more on airports maybe or wharves maybe, but roads and something where you mean through the R4D project for example, or the train and plan there, contractors na make them all cement road, all drainage, furniture all carnival or something like that. So me think say one thing blow address thing blow question how can we partner with provinces or partner with other entities belong or the tool make them some roads me from time where you spin in one local economy room investment now. And so me one thing me say me sabe say hem too me sabe look at some road out me think say all provincial governments only one partner where you me sabe wo put them make them some light infrastructure, if I can say so.
Yes, me think a question when me come here comment really me call for collaboration between everyone and between you with the more provinces. Belum make road lo crown, you need the ministry lo lands, you need the more landowners lo liagri, belum make one name lo karum water lo tanem water create energy out of hydro one name now me also same I think collaboration more level below province I think one of the something when me Mr. Hope say to me Mr. emerge necessity below global structure below province more capacity building below level below provinces last time Mr. question in Public Service Commission Mi se one level plus salary level or grade now Secretary General blo province mi stable hem. Mi se hemi one director level. Director mi report ikam lo one director lo Ministry blo Internal Affairs. Lo level blo Ministry blo ivla one level now head of public works for example or head lo Minister one mi stable hem. Blo mi expect mol ketap lo li come up. Imi pa mi challenge mi vlol DG. You will starting thing contemplate bro you will raise them up level lo capacity lo people blow mi lo way so that equally like you me we mi stand lo villa time mi go you say you make them mi send them budget you make them mi assess performance blow you make them now I think structure blow mi system blow you make them say no all gata pa come subordinate officer all the time therefore you mi rely all gatan you look lo population demographic setup lo yumi mo especially weight pro population lo yumi every time sa talam 80-20 or 70-30 in favor lo population all resources sta lo province but I putum kalipa lo people lo manage mo lafes lo province lo yumi o gata yumi setema por gata lo sta report lo yumi yumi setema por gata lo sta depend lo yumi yumi sta lo only depend lo yumi develop a proposal or only develop a migam lo yumi give money lo geta so maybe was something where maybe now here we emphasis is ta plan lo decentralization mi puto meme lo table lo yumi take one comment I think is ta kam
just quickly add them
okay yes
DG le success sta besem mi take example lo hydro electric power Long Island Malakula. One big investment and a big achievement of Vanuatu. But tomorrow I think the expectation of government is province, island, all people blame Malakula. They ought to be the ones to have ownership of that investment, manage it and make it work, rather than we depend on the central government to fund some additional things along the way. Because how can we make it so that all get our got responsibility? They feel like, yep, I'm in charge too. I'm
they're beneficiary.
Yes. And I agree with them. You may need to elevate them a little bit, status flow, leadership level, generation. So you feel say, always have a drive him. Yeah.
Sorry, one comment we come provincialization. Now we have to employ Mr. Popular now DG Blow. Tuan Carlos Timacon, provincialization is about bringing government closer to the people. It reflects a commitment to inclusive development, good governance, and local empowerment. When well planned, it strengthens democracy and improves the lives of citizens. Me one comment. Me say.
The constitution of Vanuatu was a really one expression of the constitution of Vanuatu, I'm sure. You may talk about decentralized.
Yes.
That's a good thing about our constitution.
Well, basically, any aspect lo last drafting lo constitution we take more lo triangle morning. Model decentralization from some only save him, some only no save. So we must come to argue them. So to tell them how him important. We cannot question it. All only thinking through them as a triangle morning from something here now. It's up to us now. Only give him now. We implement them. So.
Person with comment say, you can take government closer to the people.
Yes.
But once we're closer to the people, then what? What's next? And when I'm in challenge floor, say, by me build him road. After, by what now? By how now? By maintain them road. So it's a challenge for us.
Yes. You may take one question before we come back to Labaran. Sorry, Mr. Ko, I think time by star roll. This one. Ivan Wilson, decentralization should create opportunities for Vanuatu investors, but not overseas investors. What can the government do to unlock this? It seems that we always look at overseas investors to come and invest, but we never seriously look at setting up public government enterprise where Vanuatu can invest and receive dividends. Let's dream big and move out from canteen cooperative to real business investment. Well, one of them commented to Lekat Lohem, basically, Blotalem say, you may When we talk about investment law provinces, we should put more emphasis on locals investing rather than foreign investors. Meetings from experience, you need to hold together from foreign, only bring in additional capital come in. But when I'm thinking, any one comment. So,
if you could blow, me talk about how today you got some Nivanoto step inside law infrastructure enterprise.
Yes.
How's that working out?
Thank you.
Possible?
yes.
At the moment, so you may looking before that, you may got mostly all companies where you may contract them out, all expatriate companies,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
At the moment, the only expatriate company, construction, earth-moving company, lo Vanuatu, CCCC. All the others are locals. We got Pierre Brunet, but definitely we got Sandrino Traverso, and then we got the individuals, Lo Santo.
Yes.
Most of contractors, they have machines,
Yes.
and only also any little major works here, all kita only contribute, only submitting all bids, all kita,
Yes.
part all kita tu part procurement process,
Yes.
and full up all works here, all kita we take it.
Yes.
So most all works around rural areas, all local contractors criminal they take them. So you meet them, or local companies criminal only start making major work public works. Public works. Public works provide them funding no more.
Yes.
Through the government. But the actual work that is being done, go local contractors.
Yes.
And also DG Justice has been mentioning through the program law R4D, then R4D2, then now you may change them, you go to Y4D, which is Vanuatu Australian Infrastructure for Development. You may bring him in, come in locals, go through the training, and then even training plus fill them up for bids for tender. Then eventually only come out, only go. Most little cement works which to happen across Vanuatu, that they have locals.
Concrete roads, yeah.
Concrete roads and all money, small money. Yes, also you tell them one local individual he contracted for 99 million or 98 million. That's a huge amount. So definitely, one sign say or local screamy you Mr. Kamanda. While you may want them expand, the way that Mipu and me looking, the expansion that is happening, both to the towns, or the towns screamy, and rural areas, mostly is done 90%, 98% done by all local contractors claim, and that's quite a lot of money. I would say also by you may look him one successful one, four local companies will cement them start the solar airport, Kasam provincial government. We got now lo Isangel loop, lo PSC day by full something you go down. By hemi time you may also launch some work where hemi done. And the cement loophole, loop we done around the Isangel loop, 100% locals. And the amount will stop. No, the locals only contribute big one. Based on that, the time you may also look say, when we build a road, one of them you may make them. Yes. I think government do anything to come in to say, you may improve them, grow them cash based below one province.
Yes.
Roads, and then based on roads, for example, Naya Port Villa, MCA road you go around, bay steel, one man is tablo paunang isu, hemi mas road take pass, plo 500 watu, kam kasem Port Villa, plo pe 1 kilo nail, plo 390 watu, and pay me go back by again. Government now, you need them go provide them that available infrastructure through the ports, through the roads, then you may give him a go. Government, you need him to join them with them energy. Department, Ministry of Lands, identify them lands, with them provide them water, and from there by businesses and may grow. Then eventually you may look at return of investment, not only government, but also the provincial government, because you may raise them cash base for that province. Time you may raise them cash base for province then can contribute towards one and where we stop inside. I think if we look at the model where we happen around Australia, you got your state governments, you got the national main one, then you got your state, and then you got your shires, and then your councils. Further down is so process plan where you may want to make them. But if we provide that avenue, you give him road. Pay inside the road, must cut water to come with them, potable water, and electricity come to him. Allow him business slowly grow along that section of road, and eventually only contribute, only build him up cash base per province. Then the province can start doing what it can. So that's giving me go back to province.
Comment blow one public way me blow make them sell never told you no more make them canteen cooperative. So you mean it in one policy blow one me call them affirmative action. Affirmative action mean say you mean it policy but tell them say never not to have access and finance long enter into business. That's very important. So that's one way to really address that is you mean it in number two something no problem me you mean it in long government through law some ministers and people only changing procurement policy. Make him say me deliberately allow him never not to play me enter law one industry. If we can do those two things, then we're gonna get closer to what this person is trying to say.
You want to challenge him, you will already say you are in the best position. Law influence some council of ministers, law put more promotion go through law. You may review some mechanisms, so you may say by me more help me law conducive law, make a model development law using all of that. I think I have one more question with me, one comment. I think one viewer you want to make a comment blame. Juan Carlos Baken, he got some challenges. So let's face it, by got risk of poor coordination with the central government, political interference. By we must need him one clear legal framework. I think him now one way to less atalem. We need him one clear legal framework. Yes, of course. Anyone who want them react lo comment challenges by always got. Challenges by always got poor coordination. I mean, want something where you Mr. use them, but me say what all intention me come out lo public also me blow enhance them one spirit blow better coordination. Exercise here one. Exercise here one public service Mr. Pa make me blow for some more DG. You let everyone come around blow talk individually more talk together. Mo karmon comment we sta kami blow you me look how now you me frame them or you me map them way forward blow you me but me allow you to react.
And maybe stop go or comment on the camera me could say look me moderator also political will hemi want something where you mean no should fright him or you mean no should you mean in fact political will me want something where hemi come with them work for any government. So political will me important to you me understand it how you may have maritime or kata ting blong all politicians blow you me or leaders blow you me with them ting blong all technicians with them ting blong community. I think it's possible that we the coordination issue is a problem because one reason that it's a problem is because sometimes we have too many layers of governance. You know, while it's important, but sometimes it deliberately causes us to think like, "I must go yet and go yet and go." Okay, so suppose you may move away from this layers of governance, you may come to understand and say, "What I'm not needs people on the ground. What I'm not needs all people play me rural areas, all provinces, and then you meet all politicians with them all technicians, only come together, and you may try and walk about one road." Whereby it satisfies me everyone, but at the same time, by me within long all resource capacity blo yumi. Yeah. Then coordination hemi one matter blo communication. Yes. We just need to keep communicating, and that's important.
On avenue also. But sorry, me take one more comment. Michael.
That's a good comment.
Miss. You need to make sure that the contractors are doing what is planned. So far, I have seen them failing with no accountability. Yes.
Yes, that. Maybe one fair comment, Michael. You got all site inspectors. And site inspectors have been basically each province.
Yes.
So then we got one work and me done, contract and me awarded. Then site inspectors work blame now, play start with them all get starting from start to finish the program, the project there now. Suppose all get happen to go somewhere, then obviously something may also you missed up one world it is. Sometimes people like to make should take shortcuts.
Yes.
But again, me role blow site inspectors play me.
Yes.
So blow you make them, you stop, you make sure say the only type for them the type of cement. Now one way you may stop making to now is we are building a lab. Now after the earthquake, we make him you may change him thing. You may start building lab or lab equipment is coming. By Mr. Pandaplo number 2, and hopefully you must start them places, then it can be go out all province. So that, for example, if you start building one fiber reinforced cement road, the mixed two you need to done. So therefore you must go through the lab to test them. So hemi means play improve them.
Yes.
Look out. One cement road we meeting say should last for 50 plus years, and we start look at potholes within 3 years. No more, and we obviously tell them say the mix was no good, and site inspectors will even stop only know what them or check them how all the mixes. But again, let me one way we start moving, go forward.
It looks like now you be.
Lo platem
lo story comments, but
decentralization. He want something where you me from me want them, and infrastructure, investment, economy by grow all the different provinces play me, and the time you call some provinces play me, you look him some new business so like you look him all butchery or you look him all bakery or. But from reality business, I mean, based on supply and demand. Also, you may say, and supply and demand, I mean, want something where government, you may encourage them, no, but you may not control them. And that's why, also, comment blow, viewer, site blow, or contractor, also, the telephone of the government, you may got every process blow, you may make a procurement.
Yes.
Government contracts and tenders up,
Due diligence process.
all regulations plan, or something. And time where one contractor had me awarded one contract, let me work. Now, yeah, automatically, by municipal works, so them, or power canal is supervising him. But important to blow viewers only say, you got always three something, one infrastructure contract. Time, cost, quality. So time you tell them say one contractor had me no make one work. You need to be specific. Say, are they delaying or are they doing something beyond the cost or is it the quality? So time you tell them say contractor what good law you me must have say all contractor is all one wall way or got a tool in monitor. So maybe I think you may not make one road you come low area blue, maybe you know happy him or maybe you may, but we cannot satisfy everyone, but at least also me tell them time. Data and statistics is important for all government agencies so that when we plan and design something, and we go in line with them what the real evidence is. There are population established. Look out, you make one road, one place where also when we tell them, I mean, it block am lo fila block pem nail pe nail. I think he must have pem to lo pe from you mean no been plan him. Yes.
One of the comments that we've been mentioning coordination.
Yes.
I mean, we look at that, only mention political interference. Also, lo end of the day, political will no, hemi drive him yumi. Hemi show him say focus, hemi yemi. Technicians, you go about how block as a member. That's the process plan. But lo end of the day, with time you talk about decentralization, obviously all politicians through all councillors per province, more through all members of parliament, focus to only stop say what's in it for my province.
Yes.
Road for me, also why, what's happening? One is happening. So the interference by me obviously will always be there.
Yes.
By me force now. One of when me pu him stop make him starting lo 2026. All past few years, you give him one lump sum no more lo me pu. Okay, public works this is yours, ports this is yours, civil aviation this is yours. You put them come lo lump sum, then based on that lump sum, you look him now the population and the number of roads lo Tafea, lo Malampa, lo where, and then you divide them, then that's it. So you also give him power, you call it DG, also say head of ministry. Okay, this is what the business plan says. Pamimi make him road, lo village, plumil, lo Motalava, lo start lo airport, you go down lo main village. That's we start a business plan. They got one MP, tell him say road plumil lo way, number of population plumil, pick one, that. Naya DG emitavetem funds plo Motalava road ya, ikolo Vanalava, ikolo Motalo Narva Island.
Yes.
So eventually, one way me been start the business plan the first time. It's still in the business plan. But you may review business plan just to cater because now one way me we start making starting the 2026 you may take a moting thing. Yeah? I think one ministry where me credit equal ministry blow malp we all kita start them long time. Me pu me take him up for 2026 na through the MPC. Every work we by done starting the Torba to Tafea by him we start the budget.
Budget line.
Put him start the program budgeting so that suppose we any request here come if the DG wants but must go through the go through the parliament lo amend them appropriation ya no more. So that will remove the process of me type them koya. Eventually people are in a looking progress. People are in a looking progress because we are spending quite a lot of money for one road. We spend pick one lamb, we only go down the next rain.
Yes,
so Mipu is to go as we go through this ministerial budget committee coming July, and then we by eventually towards the employee go through the parliament, so that if by looking this time the budget book, everyone only starting the Torba, so we will identify each one and me work and me not only that, me improve management.
Yes.
And also feedback. Me will make him reports because when we provide an annual report, me go with a business plan.
Yes.
The corporate plan, the business plan with an annual report on one. Now you make him so far. But now, by corporate plan, business plan, annual reports, and me make him rote koya. So he totally, so now you may want them streamline them, and obviously for the benefit, long get our list of province too.
We take one more comment, Minister, no time check me, but one more comment, was this ever come? Okay, Robert Koran, me agree with them comment you. I want them comment, but before you stop talk about decentralization, you need to start to trust them, all people, me, the province, yes. Lack of trust, employees, the province, same time, you may need to build them human resource law, each province, the point about capacity building, very, very important. You may start talk about strengthen them decentralization or provincialization. Meeting say comment here, more or less, now, point of view, me, Tugula Digis, yes.
Mr. Koran Jr., let me give you one good comment. Before our session this morning, me pintala one thing about the importance of training while in-service training. Also, I think it's important to understand because you may start prepared towards PSC Day. That it may important also public service commission with them all arms blame. You may look him service. Even one person in Miko school, long university, and you or me, you need to work long university long time. He me graduate, he me come, he me enter one job, but it doesn't mean that they know the job. They may have a degree, but they may have a doctorate, but it doesn't mean that they are expert in the job because environment where probably work them, he me challenging now. You may even say, time you post one officer, he me call long province, he me one lonely place from Pahemiko, Hemi expected to Hemi deliver, and so on. So I agree with the comment that we need to trust them, but instead of just trusting them, we also need to support them and give them the opportunity to also have refresher training to come back. And you mean maybe it's not training, but you may need to cut one support system. You mean one divisional manager, Mr. Blow, one challenging province, Malamba, but at the same time, director of the MDG is a support him, blow me say any political interference, I mean, fast to must him and so on. Look out, you me give him one place, blow him sleep level, one accommodation, but accommodation I mean next door or one leader, so now you have to feel like I'm neighbor. And so these are the little things that we need to help when we say we have to trust them. But we also have to support them.
Yes. One question, Bharat? Okay, one question, right? Okay, Niwan Wools, Egypt Ministry of Justice, Youth and Community Services, you got any future plan or activity by you help address more social issue, we stop having all community, especially we involve more youth or beginning more vulnerable people. Or you may stop work together with the more NGOs, because you savez you use more light no more. Say yes, all work stop. Go ahead.
So briefly, also thank you, local question when you come one or viewers play me. First part to answer, I tell them say lo past come by me tell them say Ministry of Justice and Community Service have plan the MOU with them all civil society organization. You me deliberately cut relationship with them, plan the all civil society organization because we take the view that sometimes hand block of money is short. So we collaborate with Save the Children, World Vision, Care International, Action Aid, One Small Bag, plan the all getaya. Lo make them say policy stop and strategy stop. Me like permitting you now. You implement on behalf of me and you report back. So to answer that question, yes, we still have and we still do. And you welcome, look you me identify some civil society organizations where at least I work them. And also give one example, earthquake where it is finished, time where you me been got earthquake, you me been work planted with them, Save the Children, Care International, you me been provide them all child-friendly space long mele lo black sand long all kita youth li sabe kam lo site lo social issue will start today wall le we misale maybe one wall we me wall lo social issue shena and you make a plan there issues with them one me call them urban youth and so on one immediate work we misale make them naya is me try lo you me left them up civic education with them Department of Youth and Sports more you me also work to plan there with them community policing and along all justice and police program where you make blow you me work with them all CST also me realize the param talk ya plan all community safety team so also DG with them all team long Ministry of Justice we now working a lot with our CSTs to work with urban youth in many of the areas that's the why time you me adopt them Ministry of Youth and Sport and me come in law beginning of the year straight away you me allow him 9 million vatu grant lo hemi ko lodon fano to National Youth Council Blo Olgeta olis have empower mol provincial youth councils. Blo talem lo say olis use blo youth, let the youth work with the youth. And then as the ministry, we just coordinate. And so that's some of the things we're doing so far. Yeah.
Take a last comment from SCP, then Imirapa. One more comment. Thank you, DG. Okay, this one. Jeff G. Liu. Thank you, very good discussion on Big Man. Just one small generalized observatory comment. Effective provincialization and decentralization require integrated mechanisms, balancing economy, accountability, and resource alignment. Innovative focus may span governance frameworks, fiscal systems, supply chain resilience, and critical infrastructure implementation and protection, as these collectively enable responsive service delivery. This may include one, foundational governance mechanism, A, statutory authority with accountability, B, decentralization, C, collaborative institution, D, institutional empowerment. Let me one comment. I suppose you want to make one comment on that. It was a comment. Thank you too much, Jeff. Lo comment you. I think
there's one word in that comment which I think goes along with everything we're saying today, yes. And that's the word integrated.
Yes.
Because I think that's the secret of Vanuatu.
Yes.
That's the secret of our nation, is that while we're small and while we're diverse,
while we are fragmented,
yes. that we want to be integrated.
Yes.
Yeah, and we want provinces and central government to talk. Mm-hmm. We want the churches and the chiefs to work together. Mm-hmm. We want the women and the youth to be connected. Mm-hmm. And we want the engineers and the politicians to be friends. Yes. So that they've been. I think integrated has to be a theme of this upcoming public service day. Yeah. So decentralization, one
integrated approach.
One catalyst, yes. And we think say integration. You know, I think you mean me want them. All teachers too only want them integration some way. Policy with them strategy more capacity must integrated.
Yeah. What MIPU sees also towards me definitely integration, and on the basis of the provincial governments, really empower them all, not only the staff but people within the province. If you remember back in the 80s, you make a tradesman skills. Yes, bachelors, masters, they go on, but the day-to-day working, you'll trade people. If you have a skilled workforce, then you get a bachelor's on top as the manager, manage him day-to-day. Then you may come back, make him tradesman, improve him trade. Every trade, we've got a great school now here. Then you eventually end up with a certificate 4, and based on that cert 4, and we go towards credits towards 100 level to 300 level. We go someone on diploma. They can go further if they want to, but based on when we got skilled workforce, we happen around the province. These are the very tradesmen and women whereby we move province.
Projects
definitely.
Before, when you implement them, yes. They get paid and money stable province, money create them.
2019, moderator, mi vale go open one big full water system lo pot already long Santo, and the school children lo Santano li stop li full up. Mi tala one talk lo end lo ceremony mi say today mi clat the big full water project here. Me mi one mask mi vale all teacher say outlaw every beginning we stop here. Which one of them is going to be the future water engineer? Because this is a lovely project and this is your water, this is your life. But is it possible to look at one water engineer already tomorrow? So that when we walk away, they are there to look after the project. So this is it about integration in some ways. You know.
You only talk about hydro. Same comment staff say. You make all technicians so probably staff will look out them. But that's exactly the question blow from now on custom tomorrow. I think now we come low time blow me. Me want them take an opportunity also moderator blow tell one people thank you. Me look say you got planned something, you only want to share me. You got planned something or viewers blow me only want them interact with me. But time have me of essence and you become stop them time blow me now yeah. Me take an opportunity and also moderator blow tell them thank you back and to the DGs. More blow information all viewers me one build up no more major PSC day we by it take place lo tana I think lo beginning lo August end of July beginning of August we by every DGs bombali appear so mi tale me blo ivle keep him interest ivle mi stop blo save intervene backen mo mi understand se by got some more sessions in coming days or weeks we by another DGs to bali appear but for now for this morning session mi episode 3 mi take an opportunity blo tale thank you too much to la DGs. We will come, you look say it will steer and plan the interest and all comments will keep coming to the extent that all technicians play me only must maybe stop them sessions or me take an opportunity to tell them thank you back and we'll look me back and everyone next time. So from Mitrivela, thank you Thomas. More look me next time. Nice weekend ahead. Thank you.
Thank you.